Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Weekend. I am your host, Mackenzie Byrne, and I am joined by my co-host, Jack.
Hello, everybody. It's been a few weeks,
It has.
and I will take partial responsibility because I have been sick. We wrapped up a show a few weeks ago, Mamma Mia. Eddie talked about it on his show that I saw. So yeah, I'm still kind of coming over a cold, a little player's plague, as we like to call it. But yeah, no, I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we took a little hiatus for a week.
Yep,
but it was needed, much needed.
Yes,
Second semester
yes.
of freshman year has been rough, to say the least.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, so we're back, and this week we decided to talk about this week in news.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things going on in the news, not just in entertainment or in sports, basically in everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things
There's a lot
going on.
on.
Yeah, so the first thing that I think that we should talk about, which is very relevant to us, is the college admission scandal that just got the case just was revealed to the public last night.
Yeah, you told me about this morning, and
Mhm.
I surprisingly heard nothing about this until you told me.
Yeah. Basically what's been happening are these really, really, really rich, wealthy people have been paying large sums of money to get their children into the best schools possible, which is
Well, wait a minute. I have a question because this is important. Now, are they paying large sums of money because they were admitted into the college and that's how much they have to pay? Or
No.
are they no? So that's a no. Okay, then
No.
that's a problem.
So what's happening basically is like it's like cushion money. Basically, they're like, this is just so that to make sure that my kid gets into this school.
Oh God,
So
come on.
I have a few examples, and I think that they're pretty funny.
Okay, go ahead.
So basically, the one was that one children's parents decided that they were going to put down their child has a learning disability.
Okay.
So when you have a learning disability, you can get special testing, like a special testing area, or you can
Right.
test alone and test with like an individual like proctor. And so they bribed the proctor to actually help the kid get the score that was needed to get into the school that he wanted to get into. And the parents paid like $50,000 for this to happen.
50,000. Look. And my personal opinion on this is you can't hide intelligence. You can't alter intelligence just because you paid someone $50,000 to help your kid on a test. Look, I think obviously it's cheating and it's wrong, but it's just wrong because eventually that kid goes out in the real world. What was he going to pay someone $50,000 to help him to do something? No. So ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
It's just an abuse of power and money. There was also another situation where a girl who had never played soccer in her life got into Yale by being the star recruit for the soccer team, and her parents paid $1.2 million for this girl to get recruited and be the star recruit and eventually get into Yale.
This has to be a joke.
It's so serious, and it's crazy because like it's celebrities that we know, like celebrities, like actresses and actors that have kids. Aunt Becky from Full House and Fuller House.
Yeah.
Her name is Laura Lawton, and she did it for her children, for her two daughters. The one goes to the University of Southern California, I believe, and she has two daughters. I don't know where the other one goes, but between those two girls, she ended up paying $500,000 between them two to get them into the college they wanted to go into.
Look, I can't believe we're talking about this. This is just sad because you're right, Mackenzie. It is an abuse of power because honestly, look, if I had to put it this way, there are people who don't have this kind of money. There are people who have these similar problems that can't get into good colleges because of whatever reason, money, scholarship, whatever. And this is just specifically like you said, an abuse of power, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's so sad, and especially because I feel like we're two kids that got into this college And, the majority of my friends are just regular kids who
Right.
took the SATs and got accepted and now are here. But
Exactly.
I tried really hard
Oh,
and I
yeah.
studied really hard for the SATs. I didn't do well in my SATs. Like, it's just like you go and you get a tutor and you go through these things in order to like better your score and like learn more. And I feel like that's just like it's cheating and
Yeah.
it's just like so aggravating because we work so hard to get to this point
Bingo. Yeah.
and these kids just get it handed to them.
Like no,
Yeah.
that's not how life works. You go into the real world, things are not just going to get handed to you.
No.
I mean, sure, if you have a lot of money, there's a rare occasion that you might be able to get away with it. But look, most of the time that doesn't happen. Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you can. Anyways,
and things come back to bite you. Like, this is why, everyone knows now because they've been indicted. Like, they've been named publicly and now they
Yep.
have to go and they have to pay or they're going to get jail time. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Ridiculous.
But on a totally different note, big things in sports.
Oh man,
really big things in sports have been
trades,
happening.
big trades.
And we don't usually talk about sports on the show.
Oh my gosh.
But that being said, these are some massive events that even if you're just a little bit of sports fans are just like shocking. First, I think the most shocking thing is that Odell Beckham Jr. got traded.
Ladies and gentlemen, Odell
to
Beckham
the
Jr.
Cleveland Browns.
He is no longer a Giant. He is now a Cleveland Brown. He's playing in Cleveland, and I'm blown away. It's insane. My friends actually all thought this was a joke at first when they heard about it because they were like, "Oh, there's no that really funny, guys." But no, this is real.
Mhm.
This is big trades. Oh my! And I can't believe I mean, okay, the Giants kind of, I guess, quote unquote, gave up on Odell Beckham Jr. But I mean, he's not. I mean, no offense to Odell Beckham Jr. I respect him, but I just don't think he's putting in as much as he did his rookie year. Like,
no, I completely agree with you, but I do think that he was a franchise like figure for a long time.
yes,
for them.
yeah, he was.
And so it's just kind of, I feel like you get like the Giants are losing one of the faces of, their franchise basically.
Yeah.
And they traded him for a first round pick and a third round pick and for safety Jabril Peppers from the Browns. But everyone that I've talked to who are Giant fans are not happy at all with this. They're looking at the GM and they're like, what are you doing? Are you trying to ruin our season, our team?
I mean, no offense. They didn't do, I mean, obviously the Giants didn't do so hot last season, but I mean, they like, I would say they weren't playoff contenders, but still, I think they didn't do terrible.
Yeah.
Because they won some games. Hey.
I know, but I mean, it is what it is. The New York teams are hard to stand behind.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's ingrained in your blood. And talking about New York teams, the New York Jets have just signed Le'Veon Bell.
Yep, I'm a little pissed about this.
I'm so excited because
upset.
I'm personally a Jets fan. And I am just so hopeful for the new season. Hopefully our offense gets turned around. I know it's the Jets. I know what you're gonna say,
Mackenzie.
But we're making some really good picks right now that will hopefully transform our offense and our defense. So all you can do in New York is be hopeful.
Look, I have a few things to say. First of all, one person isn't going to make a team. 2, the Jets are still in a rebuilding season. They're in a rebuilding period.
Yes.
But you know what? Good on them for picking up a really, really good player.
Yeah.
Good on them, because I think that's the smartest thing they've done in a while is picked up Le'Veon Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Le'Veon Bell's a great player, fantastic. And when I heard about this, I was very upset. And then I realized it's the Jets. The Jets.
Okay.
No, wait. No. Hear me out. It's the Jets. They're still rebuilding. They're still going through a tough period. They're going to get back out. They're going to get back out there eventually. And it's going to be with the start of getting Le'Veon Bell.
As a Jets fan for my entire life, it's just every season it's a constant letdown. There's some high points and you're like, oh my goodness, we can actually do something good. Like you're standing in the stands and you're like so excited. And there's just like so much excitement and hopefulness and joy around the new season. And then it comes and it goes and nothing happens except let down. But hopefully it'll turn around this time.
I mean, something that was a letdown for me was when I heard that Danny Amendola could possibly go back to the Patriots, and I was very excited because I love Danny Amendola. And then turns out, just kidding, he signs with the Detroit Lions for 1 year. And I mean, okay, cool, but like as a Patriots fan,
no one likes you. That's just
wow. Thank you, Mackenzie.
That's the gist.
But I mean, as a Patriots fan, on a serious note, I think it was a disappointment to see Danny Amendola sign with the Detroit Lions and not come back to the Patriots.
Yeah,
but hey, that's football. That's the NFL. It is what it is, and we're gonna move on.
To kind of bring it back to home for a second, our basketball team.
Am I excited to talk about this?
Just won the MAC championship for the fourth year in a row.
Yes, they did. I am so happy that our team has won for the fourth year in a row. We're MAC champions, but not only that, some other big news in March Madness. Gonzaga lost the championship to St. Mary's, the number 2 seed, which is a huge upset because now Gonzaga will probably no longer be the first seed in their little conference for the tournament, which yikes to them because they're all panicking right now. Also, something else I'd like to know, Hofstra, the number 1 team in the CAA, lost to Northeastern, another upset. Absolutely, I'm blown away by this because Hofstra was in the news for the longest time as not at getting in the tournament. I'm not sure because Selection Sunday is in a few days. It's in like 3-4 days. But just to recap on so far who's in the tournament, we have Liberty out of ASUN. We have Gardner Webb out of the Big South. We have Northeastern out of the CAA. We have Northern Kentucky out of the Horizon League. Iona out of the MAC. We have Bradley out of Missouri Valley. Fairleigh Dixon out of Northeast. Murray State out of Ohio Valley. Let's see who else. Warford out of Southern. North Dakota State, no surprise there, out of the Summit League. And last but not least, St. Mary's out of the West Coast. So far, very interesting lineup. Obviously, it's still championship week/weekend. So we got a while to find out who's going to be in the tournament. But in a few days, we'll find out where people are getting placed.
Yeah, hopefully Iona will get past in the first round. I mean, I know that they haven't had the best of luck in the past, but I mean, I hope that we get somewhere and we can do some big things and make history for the school because that would be amazing. Something else
is that it's been the news. Somebody made a bracket already, which is crazy to me. But I was looking, I was like, I wonder where they placed Iona. They placed Iona in the first 4, which is concerning because if we somehow get placed in the first 4, we might not even be able to go past the first round.
Yeah.
If we even get the chance. So hopefully I'm praying we don't get we bypass the first 4 and we're already in the tournament. But again, we'll have to wait till Selection Sunday on March 17th.
Yeah, just to turn everything around and end on a little bit of a lighter note. Stepping away from sports for a minute. The funniest thing happened over the course of this past week.
I don't understand this. This doesn't make
sense. And everyone's heard of the pizza rat. It was a rat who literally was dragging a whole slice of pizza around the subways in New York sometime last year, a few years ago.
Yep.
But this past week, a new rat has emerged, and it has been named the MetroCard Rat because this guy was inside a MetroCard machine, and not just like not in the inside of it, but if you've ever seen a MetroCard machine, there's a receipt box, and it's like a clear panel, and you put your hand underneath it, and you take your receipt. And there was a rat in it, like literally just a rat in the clear box, trapped with no way out. I don't know how it got in there. I'm sure someone got it out, but it's just absolutely crazy that there was actually a rat.
Now that I think about it, I go, well, how did it get in there? Well, obviously climbed in, but like,
yeah, but how?
That's so funny. That's so funny to think. Oh, yeah, casually a rat just walks into a MetroCard receipt receipt box.
No, it's so funny, and I feel like I've had so many gross experiences with the subway stations, and I've seen rats many a times, and I'm always like, ew. But I feel like if I would have seen it that time, I would have been like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a questionable moment. That is a what the heck is that moment?
But that is all that we really have for this week. Next week we won't be here. Because spring break.
Woo! I know a lot of y'all out there are on spring break right now. However, Iona spring break is this coming week.
Yeah, so starts Friday.
Yeah, I'm
so excited.
Very excited to go home and see a doctor so that I can get better.
I'm excited to go home and see my dog. But that is all that we have for this week.
Yeah.
And we will see you the last week of March, possibly April.
And so, which means that March Madness will already been kicked off. So
good luck to Iona.
Go
Gales. Yes.
Go Gales.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.